Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Wrestling with Books. If this is your first time here though, hello, my name is Nina and I just love getting to talk about the books that I have been reading. Now I'm sure if you are like me, you have heard a lot of people talking about the book Angelika Frankenstein Makes her match. And I think this, well, I was really excited to read this. It's a book by Sally Thorne and I was most interested off the bat because it dealt with Frankenstein. Now, I have never read or had never read one of Sally Thorne's books before, but this does have a bit of spiciness to it, along with the spookiness in the sense that it is a Frankenstein retelling. I requested this book as soon as I saw it. I was ready for another Frankenstein read, and here's what we got. Angelika is Victor Frankenstein's sister. So rather than him having an assistant like we see, you know, where there's an Igor in the other films and whatnot, he has his sister and she's very skilled at the stitching, and a lot of his work he could not do without her, though in the beginning I don't think he quite grasps that. And it's just him and her. They are orphaned, their parents are no longer alive, they're very wealthy, and they're known in the town for kind of being reclusive, not religious, science-based, and so forth. The book starts off, I mean, this story gets started right away with Victor and Angelika looking for body parts for his experiments. But this time, he's not the only one experimenting. Angelika is going to as well, because she is such a smart, scientific, and elusive woman. She has not had success in dating within her town. She really has not been able to meet her match, so instead she makes one. And as they are looking at these dead bodies, she sees one she is pulled to, but they kind of pick and take pieces of different bodies, so it's not all going to be entirely his. And both Victor and Angelika on this night have success, or varies of success, but Angelika is able to bring life to this man, and you know, when he comes back to life, the first thing he sees is her, even though he does not initially remember who he is. This ends up becoming a journey of their relationship, but there's also something in the back of his mind preventing him from fully committing to her. It's almost like he subconsciously knows that he can't, and so it goes into this whole mystery of figuring out who was he? Who is this man they took, you know? And so they don't have his hand, for example, because they switched it with another. So if there was a wedding ring, the hand is on another body, so it kind of becomes this bit of a chase while they're also falling for each other, but also there are other love interests in it, and there's so many ways it could go. And it was written actually really well. And I say actually meaning because of how complex that story is, right? What a complex story. As I was reading it, I was like, how is Sally Thorne going to be able to write an ending I'm going to be happy with? Because I kept feeling in the current moment like I would feel for who they call Will, because, you know, he doesn't know who he is, and how can he commit to her if he doesn't know who he is? I would feel for Angelika and want what's best for her, so then maybe someone who's not Will would be best for her, but then I wouldn't really like that either. So I kept just thinking, I don't know how she's gonna end this so that I can be happy. But she did. She really did. So I think this was a really great Frankenstein-inspired book. I think it would be a lot of fun for you to read during the holiday season. You will get some spicy vibes in some scenes, so that just kind of sprinkles through. So just know about that. So if, you know, that freaks you out because it's like essentially almost like a zombie. Is it not a zombie if somebody brings you back to life? Is Frankenstein a zombie? Because he was dead, right? I wonder. I never thought about Frankenstein that way. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. And if you have read this book. I think, especially for the month of October, it is a great seasonal spooky read because it deals with Frankenstein, but it's not like a scary read. So if you don't like scary things, then this is gonna be just right for you. Thank you for being here for another video here on Wrestling with Books. If you want, you can check out my other channel, Wrestling with Disney, where I talk about more of my nerdy merch habits. Otherwise, I will be back here soon on Wrestling with Books. See you on the next one.